Pakistani food versus Portuguese food. Which one is better? Welcome to the round of 16 of the 2025 Food World Cup. I know these teams have worked really hard to get here, but now it's all or nothing. Because it's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with the Pakistani chicken tikka roll. Hopefully it won't be as disappointing as their cricket team. Ullu ka patha. The chicken with the chutney is delicious, the paratha is amazing, and overall just so flavorful and spicy. Fun fact, in Canada, I'm a human, but in Pakistan, I'm haram. Bro, this got me more excited than the Chawal and Bindi Express. Next up, we have a Portuguese bifana. Vai pro caralho. It's flavorful, juicy, and spicy. This is gonna be a lot closer than I thought. Dude, Portugal got the most underrated cuisine in Europe. In my opinion, it's better than French food, it's better than British food, it's better than Italian food, it's better than Spanish food. It might even be better than Greek food. It's amazing. Fun fact, this is Lionel Messi's favorite sandwich. Apparently he loves putting Portuguese meat between his buns. Both of those dishes were delicious. And I expect nothing less from these two great cuisines. But sadly, only one of them can win and go on to the quarterfinals. So which one was better? Pakistan wins, which makes them the first team to qualify for the quarterfinals. Next time we got another amazing contest. Mexico versus Korea. What two dishes should I try? Mexican food versus Korean food. Which one is better? Welcome to the second quarterfinal of the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with Mexican pozole. So when I got this, I got the soup separately and the toppings separately. And I just poured in the soup and the toppings on top. Here's what it looks like. Pendejo! It's flavorful, it's spicy, it's just amazing. The meat is so juicy and tender. I love putting Mexican meat in my mouth. Fun fact, Mexico is a safer place to travel than the United States. Why has nobody told me about pozole before? It's so good. Next up we have Korean kimchi jjigae. This dish was personally recommended to me by the supreme leader of United Korea, Jimin. It came with some rice and I just poured that down the bottom. Shiba! Oh. If you ask me to name a dish from another country that's really similar to this, I cannot name anything. Fun fact, anime doesn't come from Korea. It actually comes from Pakistan. Both of these dishes were incredible and I honestly don't know which one to choose. I've been sitting here for 30 minutes and I still can't pick a winner. It's just too close. I love both of them. They're both flavorful, they're both spicy, they're both amazing in their own unique way. But sadly, only one of them can win. So which one was better? It's a tie. Which means we're going to extra time. Mexico versus Korea. Which one is better? Well, when we tried their food, it was a tie. But now we're in extra time, so we're gonna try their drinks. Starting with the Mexican horchata. Wow! It's like cinnamony and milky. That is really refreshing. Chinga tu abuelo! Fun fact, in Mexico, cows eat tacos. And that's how they get this really sweet milk. This might be my second favorite white liquid to put in my mouth. Next up, we have Korean banana milk. Chiba! That is really good. That's also a lot of cholesterol. Holy crap, that's a lot of ingredients. Fun fact, in Korea, they feed their cows bananas. That's how they got banana milk. Again, very refreshing. So which one was better? Mexico wins, which makes them the second team to go on to the quarterfinals. And next up, we have a battle between two giants. India versus China. What two dishes should I try? Indian food versus Chinese food. Which one is better? Welcome to the third round of 16 match of the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with an Indian samosa. Wow, kya baat hai! I've never ever had a samosa before, but this is incredible. I think it's filled with a seasoned blend of potatoes and peas. Fun fact, India is a country in Asia. Next up, we have Chinese spring rolls. Tomato. Fun fact, China actually borders India. And the two countries are actually best friends. Both of these appetizers are legendary. And I'm sad that only one of these countries can go on to the quarterfinals. So which one was better? India wins, which makes them the third team to go on to the quarterfinals. And next up we have another amazing matchup. Italy versus Egypt. What two dishes should I try? Italian food versus Egyptian food. Which one is better? Welcome to the fourth round of 16 match in the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with an Italian lasagna. I'm kind of disappointed the lasagna is so small. I thought this whole thing was gonna be lasagna. Rompicazzo! Fun fact, this dish was invented by a legendary Italian chef, Chunky Pandey. Next up we have Egyptian macarona bechamel. Basically an Egyptian lasagna. This looks creamier. Astaghfirullah. Very similar to lasagna, but instead of having a tomato base, it's more like a creamy base. So the macarona and macarona bechamel stands for pasta. But what does the bechamel stand for? Well, originally it was never bechamel. It was actually bechamel. That's where they get the sauce from, the camels. Fun fact, in an ancient Egyptian language, be means jizz. I love macarona bechamel. Apparently this is what more salad eats for Christmas. Both of these dishes were great. They're really heavy though, but they're very flavorful and it's honestly just comfort food. I would definitely make them spicier though. But understand, Mediterranean people can't handle spice the same way Asians do. Some people just want comfort. However, only one of these two teams can go on to the quarterfinals. So which one is better? Italy wins, which makes them the fourth team to qualify for the quarterfinals. Both of these dishes are very, very close, but I think I just prefer tomato base over the creamy base. Next up, we have a matchup between two best friends, two lovers, two people that have more respect for each other than any two countries in the world. Turkey versus Greece. What two dishes should I try? Turkey food versus Greek food. Which one is better? Welcome to the fifth round of 16 match in the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. I'm in heaven. We're gonna start with the turkey döner. Oh my god. Sik kafalı. This turkey döner is so good. It got me feeling like Imran Hashmi. Not gonna lie, this is better than shawarma. Fun fact, this dish was made popular by an ancient Turkey king. His name was Hercules. I haven't had this much turkey meat in my mouth since I auditioned for lasagna. The combination of the doner with the garlic sauce, with the cabbage, with the onions, with the tomatoes, with the bread is just amazing. Mmm. Next up, we have a Greek gyroscope. Bro, this thing is massive. Mmm. Sugamo timana. This dish was personally recommended to me by Greek superstar Arda Güler. And I can see why. That teriyaki sauce is fire. This meat is very well seasoned. Fun fact, the most popular tourist spot in Greece is Santorini. Sometimes I just like eating it from the back. Mmm. Both of those dishes were simply outstanding. They were fresh, delicious, flavorful, and my tummy is full. And it makes me sad that only one of them can go on to the quarterfinals. It really breaks my heart. I don't want to separate two best friends. So which one was better? Last time we had the turkey doner versus the Greek gyro. The Greek gyro won. And this time it's the same two dishes. Turkey wins, which makes them the fifth team to go on to the quarterfinals. We only got 3 more spots left. And next up we have an incredible matchup. The winner of the Asian Food Cup versus the winner of the African Food Cup. Thailand versus South Africa. What 2 dishes should I try? South African food versus Thai food. Which one is better? Welcome to the 6th round of 16 match of the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. And today we got an insane matchup. Because if you remember, South Africa are the champions of the African Food Cup. And Thailand are the champions of the Asian Food Cup. I just know this is gonna be a good day. We're starting with South African peri-peri chicken and rice. Whew. I just want to put this juicy African meat in my mouth. Mmm! Vortzek! Mmm! This is really spicy, and both the rice and the chicken have this distinct sour spicy taste to it. And that's the magic of peri-peri. Fun fact, contrary to popular belief, South Africa is actually a country in Southern Africa. Apparently South Africans love wet cocks. This is really spicy. Mmm. Next up we have some Thai green curry. Mmm. Eat dog. Another very flavorful and very spicy dish. But this one's very creamy, comforting, and there's this slight hint of sweetness to it. The magic of coconut. Fun fact, Thailand actually means land of the tea. The thing is, Thailand was never called Thailand. It was actually Thailand. But the first European explorer to set a foot in Thailand couldn't pronounce Thai. He had a lisp, so instead of saying Thailand, he said Thailand. And I guess it just stuck. Another fun fact, Thailand's capital was named after Elon Musk's favorite hobby. Both of these dishes were incredible. I expect nothing less from the champions of 2 continents. But unfortunately, only one of them can win. So which one was better? South Africa wins, which means they're gonna go on to the quarterfinals and face Turkey. And next up, we have another interesting clash between the champions of the Copa America and the team that came second in the African Food Cup. West Indies versus Somalia. What 2 dishes should I try? West Indian food versus Somali food. Which one is better? Welcome to another round of 16 match in the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with some Jamaican meat and rice. For some reason, when I ordered this, the guy called me a jerk. But anyways, we got some pork, some chicken, some rice and peas, and some coleslaw. Just look at that, bro. Let's try this too. Bomba clot! This juicy Jamaican meat just exploded in my mouth with flavors. And it's not just extremely flavorful, it's spicy too. Bro, this is amazing. Jamaican meat crazy. Fun fact, Jamaica does not have a prime minister. They don't even have a president, or a king, or a supreme leader, or a Hokage. Their leader is actually a boss. And his name is Chris Gale. Apparently he has this freaky hobby where he lines up tourists and then he smashes their balls with a bat. That's crazy. Next up we have Somalian meat and rice. For some reason when I ordered this, the person was really rude too. He called me a sucker. That looks yummy. Astagfirullah. Another really flavorful and spicy dish. The Jamaican one was spicy and it had a hint of like sweetness. Not as sweet as the barbecue sauce, but there was something there. Whereas this one has a hint of sourness. And I really like that. Fun fact, most people from Somalia are actually African. Mmm. Both of these dishes were great, but sadly only one can win. So which one was better? The West Indies win, which means they qualify for the quarterfinals. And now there's only one quarterfinal spot left. And it's either gonna go to Japan or Nepal. So what two dishes should I try? Japanese food versus Nepali food. Which one is better? Welcome to the last round of 16 match in the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with Japanese maki French kiss. I always have a hard time with these things. Mmm! Soyaro! It also came with a piece of hair. I wonder what kind of vegetable this is. Mmm! That's some very good ginger. Oh wow! It also came with some guacamole. I love guacamole. This is not guacamole.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
What is it? I think I'm gonna die. That was scary. What kind of guacamole gandhi jutsu is this? It's super fresh and there's just so many flavors in here. Wait a minute, is that fish babies? Tastes like fish. Fun fact, there's a man in Japan that's actually made out of rubber. I think his name is Lucy. Lucy Hartfilia. I always wanted to visit Japan when I was a kid, especially Dressrosa. Mmm. Next up we have Nepali chili chicken momos. Smells very interesting. I have always wanted to try these. Mmm. Tero bao muji. It's spicy. Wow. Why hasn't anyone ever told me about these? I'm really enjoying this Nepali meat in my mouth. In fact, I'm so excited, I want to give a speech. Fun fact, even though marijuana is illegal in Nepal, most Nepalis are actually high because of the elevation. Mmm. Both of these dishes were fantastic. Unfortunately, only one of them can take the last spot in the quarterfinals. So which one was better? Nepal wins, which makes them the last team in the quarterfinals. And things are only gonna get crazier from now on. Because our first quarterfinal will be Pakistan versus Mexico. What two dishes should I try? Pakistani food versus Mexican food. Which one is better? Welcome to the first quarterfinal of the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with Pakistani Sikh kebab. Hopefully it hits better than the Pakistani cricket team. And of course it came with garlic naan. But first I'm gonna open this up and then we're just gonna put some Sikh kebab in there. And we can't forget the veggie. And then we finish it all with some chutney. Whew. Let's wrap it up. Look at that little juicy meat poking out. Mmm! Look at pate! I've heard that Pakistanis make some of the best kebabs in the world, and honestly, I believe it. Mmm, there's so much flavor in this juicy meat. Now this is spicy. Fun fact, the Prime Minister of Pakistan is actually a World Cup winner in cricket. His name is Virat Kohli. This is so good. Mmm, Astaghfirullah. Next up we have Mexican birria. I wanted to do al pastor, but they were sold out. Bro, that looks beautiful. Mmm, chinga tu abuelo. This is so good. It's flavorful, it's spicy, it's delicious. Mr. Trump, if you really want your people to be happy, stop deporting Mexicans. Instead, just do what I do. Put some juicy Mexican meat in your mouth. It'll make you so happy. Trust me, it's a lot better than Musk's meat. Fun fact, Mexico is a very safe place to visit. Personally, I would recommend Colima City. Apparently, it's amazing. Pendejo. Oh yeah. Both of these dishes are solid 9 out of 10s. At least. They're flavorful, they're spicy, they're incredible in their own unique way. But it makes me sad that only one of them can win. So which one was better? Imran Khan won. Pakistan wins. Which makes them the first team to qualify for the semifinals of the 2025 Food World Cup. Next up, we have another quarterfinal between two giants. India versus Italy. What two dishes should I try? Indian food versus Italian food. Which one is better? Welcome to the second quarterfinal of the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with the Indian onion masala dosa. This is not easy to eat in a car. It is extremely flavorful, but still amazing. And of course, spicy. Also came with some of this. I think it's sambar. It's kind of like a lentil soup. I do not recommend eating this in the car. I really enjoyed this coconut chutney. Listen, I hate lentils. But for some reason, I love this sambar. Do not sleep on South Indian food. Not in my food! I said don't sleep on South Indian food. Don't go to sleep on my food, you stupid apple. Dude, this coconut chutney is OP. My punde has never felt better. Like I said, guys, do not eat this in your car. I need to show you guys what it looks like. So the masala in the dosa is basically mashed potatoes with a bunch of seasoning. Very good seasoning. And the combination of it with the sambar and the coconut chutney is just incredible. It's so good, I'm gonna cry. Fun fact, there's no such thing as curry powder in India. That's just some shit people who can use seasoning made up. Just like they made up taco seasoning. Next up, we have Italian prosciutto pizza. Smells amazing. Let's make sure we eat it the proper Italian way. I don't want to disrespect my Italian friends. Rompicazzo. Fun fact, I know a lot of people don't know this, but I'm actually Italian. The one thing I love about Italian food is how fresh the ingredients always taste. So much better than those weird American pizzas. I love pizza so much. Shout out to my favorite Italian, Chunky Pandey, for inventing this beautiful dish. Both of those dishes were amazing. And it just makes me so sad that one of these amazing cuisines has to be eliminated today. So which one was better? Italy wins, which makes them the second team to qualify for the semifinals, where they'll go up against India's best friend, Pakistan. Now that's gonna be a good match. And next up, we have the third quarterfinal between Turkey and South Africa. What two dishes should I try? Aha! April Fools! India wins! Duh! Turkey food versus South African food. Which one is better? Welcome to the third quarterfinal of the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with some Turkey lamb lan. This looks amazing. Sikka phala. What an amazing combination of flavors. It's really light, the meat is really well seasoned, the ingredients are super fresh, and it all just comes together so freaking well. Fun fact, a lot of people say Turkey is a European country. And some other people will say Turkey is an Asian country. But the only truth is that Turkey is actually an African country. By the way, the best football team in Turkey is Fenerbahce. Next up, we have a South African wet cock. This wet cock smells delicious. Fourth sec. I did not expect this wet cock to be so good. Not only is it flavorful, it's also kind of sweet, but like in a good way. I just want to fill my mouth with this juicy, sweet, wet cock. Fun fact, South Africa is not a country in Northern Africa. It's actually in Southern America. I genuinely believe that every person in the world needs to try wet cock at least once in their lifetime. Both of these dishes were amazing. I would not hesitate to order these dishes again. But sadly, only one of them can win. And it's either gonna be the champions of the European Food Cup or the champions of the African Food Cup. Oh man, this is so difficult! So which one was better? South Africa wins, which makes them the third team to qualify for the semifinals of the 2025 Food World Cup. And next up, we're gonna find out who they're gonna be facing in that semifinal. The last quarterfinal will have West Indies facing off against Nepal. That's gonna be amazing because we're gonna have the champions of the Copa America of Food versus the champions of the 2024 Food World Cup. What two dishes should I try? West Indian food versus Nepali food. Which one is better? Welcome to the fourth quarterfinal of the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. We're gonna start with West Indian doubles. Halya muda good. Whew. That is super spicy. Some kind of chickpea masala with a bunch of different chutneys and fried dough. Similar to chole bhature, but better.
Everything crisp.
My good luck, make it turn and twist. So spicy, but so good. I'm gonna feel it right up in my body hole tomorrow. Fun fact, the most famous person from Trinidad is actually Hassan Minaj. My mouth is on fire, and I need to reset my taste buds. Umbakla. My mouth's still burning. Next up, we have Nepali chili chicken momos. I'm so excited to try these for the first time. Tero bao muji. Fun fact, Nepali kids are really good at giving speeches. Not only flavorful, but also very spicy. Very spicy. I just love the way Nepali meat just bursts in my mouth. Both of these dishes were amazing. But I expected nothing less because one of the teams are the champions of the Copa America of Food. And the other team is the former World Cup winner. But sadly, one of them has to be eliminated today. So which one was better? West Indies win, which makes them the last team to qualify for the semifinals, where they'll go up against South Africa. And next up, we're gonna start the semifinals with an amazing matchup between two best friends. India versus Pakistan. What two dishes should I try? Indian food versus Pakistani food. Which one is better? Welcome to the first semifinal of the 2024 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. Bro, I'm in heaven. I probably got there from heart disease. We're gonna start with the Pakistani nihari. And of course, we got some garlic naan. Bro, holy sh! That meat is so soft. Oh my god. Mere naak ke chuhe nach rahe hai. Bro, as soon as I put the soft, juicy Pakistani meat in my mouth, it just bursts with flavors. And it's really spicy too. Astaghfirullah. Look how easy it just comes apart. Dear Pakistani brothers and sisters, please be careful. This dish has so much oil, America might invade it. I know my doctor's crying right now watching me eat this. But it's so good. You know what? I'm not even mad at the Pakistani cricket team for losing against the USA in the Cricket World Cup. Because if I ate nihari, I would not be able to play cricket either. Next up, we have Indian butter chicken. And again, we got garlic naan. Very gaad mein gudgudi ho rahi hai. This is just such a flavorful, juicy, creamy dish. Fun fact, both Indians and Pakistanis are Asians. Both of these dishes were absolute 10 out of 10s. If you haven't tried either one, go try them right now. Because they're amazing. The Pakistani nihari was spicier. And it was a bit more flavorful too. But it was also a little bit too oily. And it also has some big chunks of fat, which I kinda don't like. But the meat was really tender, juicy, and soft. Delicious. And then we have the butter chicken. Again, the meat was really well made. But the flavor wasn't as strong and it wasn't as spicy. But it was creamy and freaking delicious. The nihari is something I want when I just want to go wild. And the butter chicken is something I want when I just want comfort food. And both of them are two amazing dishes that my doctor just doesn't want me to eat. I'm not kidding, my cholesterol actually went up because of the Food World Cup. Man, this is such a tough decision to make. I already know what the comments are gonna say. They're gonna be like, you're biased. No, I'm not. I'm being honest. Just like I was when India lost the 2024 Food World Cup final. And just like I was when India lost the Asian Food Cup final. I understand everyone doesn't have the same taste buds, but when I pick a winner, I pick it honestly. So which one was better? Pakistan wins. They day Imran Khan goes free. India wins, which makes them the first team to go to the final of the 2025 Food World Cup, where they're gonna go up against the winner of the second semifinal. South Africa or the West Indies? What two dishes should I try? I'm thinking a mutton bunny and a curry chicken roti. That's gonna be amazing! South African food versus the West Indian food. Which one is better? Welcome to the second semifinal of the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. And I have a feeling I'm gonna love both of these dishes. We're gonna start with the South African bunny chow. I've never had bunny before. But I think this is basically like a South African burger. Let's just close it up. Votsek! And I love this juicy African meat in my mouth. There's like a delicious mutton potato curry inside. And I can also taste some mango pickle. And the combination is just fire. Fun fact, South Africa is actually in Southern Africa. This thing is incredible. There's just so many amazing flavors in there. Wow. Next up we have a West Indian curry chicken roti. This thing is massive. Halya muda kunt. That is spicy. This one's a paratha filled with a super spicy and delicious chicken potato curry. Fun fact, there's this crazy guy in the West Indies that loves to take people's balls and just twist them. And then he throws them at sticks. And sometimes he even takes a bat and just smashes them. His name is Sunil Narayan. Bambaklat. Both of those dishes were freaking awesome. If you ask any international food expert, list your top 20 cuisines in the world, almost none of them would put West Indian cuisine or South African cuisine in there. But let me tell you, these cuisines are severely underrated because they're easily top 10 in the world. Easily. Maybe even top 5. Like seriously, they're better than any cuisine in all of Europe. I have absolutely no doubt about that. So it makes me sad that we can only pick one winner. I'm not the biggest fan of the bunny chow having a big loaf of bread. It just feels kind of basic. But the mutton curry inside of it is a completely different story. Because if I'm being honest, if I had that with, let's say, garlic naan instead, I genuinely believe that that curry might have been good enough to beat both Indian butter chicken and Pakistani nihari from the first semifinal. That's how amazing it was. And the West Indian curry roti was nothing less than amazing. And instead of having a big loaf of bread, they had a paratha, which was just And again, I'm stuck with this really tough decision to make. We got the champions of the African Food Cup versus the champions of the Copa America of Food. So which one was better? South Africa wins, which means they're gonna go and face India in the final of the 2025 Food World Cup. And if you wanna know what really made a difference between these two dishes, the South African dish just had a little bit more flavor to it. Because it didn't just have mutton curry, it also had things like mango pickle, which is amazing. I just want to say one more thing to my friends in Trinidad and Tobago. You guys can cook. So there we have it, guys. Just one more match left. India versus South Africa in the final of the 2025 Food World Cup. But instead of one dish, we're going to do 3 dishes. So help me out, guys, because I need the best appetizer from your country, the best main course from your country, and the best dessert from your country. This is gonna be awesome! Indian food versus South African food. Which one is better? Welcome to the final of the 2025 Food World Cup. It's time to find out who makes the best food in the world. And today we're gonna try 14 different dishes. I spent more than $250 on food for this video. It's time for round 1. Indian tandoori chicken versus South African peri-peri chicken. Which one is better? We're gonna start with the Indian tandoori chicken. Bro, this thing is so colorful. Oh, that smells amazing. बहुत जल्दी है. Oh yeah. The meat's really well cooked, it's super flavorful, seasoned to perfection, and it's spicy. And the combination with the mint chutney is just incredible. Next up we have South African peri-peri chicken. Why is this chicken so much smaller? What's that? Fun fact, South Africa is in Southern Africa. Again, a really well-seasoned, spicy, flavorful chicken. And this peri-peri sauce is amazing. It's like spicy and sour. I love it. So which one was better? South Africa wins, which means that South Africa takes the lead. It's time for round 2. Indian chicken tikka roll versus South African roll. Which one is better? We're gonna start with the Indian chicken tikka roll. I'm loving this juicy Indian meat in my mouth. Wow! It's spicy, it's super flavorful, the naan bread is so soft and amazing. And I don't know what kind of sauce is in this, but it's perfect! By the way, I'm not throwing any food. I'm gonna be saving all my leftovers for later and try to finish them off during the next week. Next up we have South African roll. It looks like caramelized onions, some kind of ketchup, mustard. Bro, how is this meat so long? Oh shit, Drake's calling. He wants his sausage back. What's that? Those caramelized onions are fantastic. Oh wait, there's 2 sausages. Is that what they call double penetration? I'm really enjoying this long African meat in my mouth. Man, both of these rolls were great. I just want to finish them right now, but I gotta leave space in this tummy because we got 10 more dishes left. So which one was better? India wins, which makes the score 1-1. Time for round 3. Indian vada pav versus South African wet cock. Which one is better? We're gonna start with the Indian vada pav. बोल it again. It's crispy, it's yummy, it's spicy, and it's so flavorful. There's something really special about this dish. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I can feel some kind of good goodie in my gand. So the fried vada in the vada pav is some sort of a fried potato masala mix. And it's delicious. Next up we have a South African wet cock. Apparently Donald Trump loves when Elon Musk makes him a fresh South African wet cock. What's that? Some kind of sweet sauce on top of the minced mint, which is already really flavorful, and it just makes it so good. I love putting wet cock in my mouth. Both of these sandwiches were delicious. So which one was better? South Africa wins, which means they have 2 points and India has 1. Next time we got round 4. I'm getting kind of full. By the way, if you're my doctor, just skip, don't watch this. Forget me, I think you might have a heart attack. Indian dosa versus South African kutta. Which one is better? We're gonna start with the Indian dosa. Specifically, this is a chicken 65 dosa. Yeah, I know it's weird, but as soon as I saw it on the menu, I had to try it. By the way, if you ever want dosa, go to a restaurant and eat it. This is not the type of food you eat for takeout. Because this stuff gets soft and soggy really fast. It's just a bunch of pieces of chicken 65 in the middle. And a lot of green chili. This looks dangerous. Irumanai! This combination is incredible. It's well seasoned, it's insanely flavorful, and it's very spicy too. Thank God for the sambar, because otherwise this would have been way too dry. This is the dosa and the chicken 65 are basically just two Nepo babies put together. And it worked out amazingly. Basically the opposite of lasagna. Guys, this is really good. Is it as good as a regular masala dosa? I don't think so. Next up we have a South African kutta or kotta. I don't know. Guys, this looks insane. Just looking at it made me burp. I don't even know where to start. What's that? So there's basically different types of South African meat on top. A lot of sauce, cheese, French fries. And at the bottom, we got some mango pickle. And the combination of all these flavors is just insane. But somehow it works. It works really well. Fun fact, there's a crazy South African man named Quinton de Kock. I think they named him because he loves smashing people's balls with the bat. Both of these dishes were crazy. They were good, but insane. So which one was better? India wins, which means that the score is now 2-2. Next time we got round 5. Indian biryani versus South African bunny chow. Which one is better? Kabhi khushi kabhi gum. मेरी गांड में चिपकली भर गई ओए! I love putting this white sauce on my meat. The combination of all these flavors into one dish is just astaghfirullah. Next time we have a South African bunny chow. What's that? Wow! This is an amazing combination of flavors. One of the best dishes I've ever had. Spicy, it's flavorful, it's just amazing. There's not many dishes in the world that can beat this. But there's no dish that can beat this. India wins. Which means for the first time today, India has taken the lead. India 3, South Africa 2. Damn, I gotta clean myself up. I'll be back for round 6. Dessert. Indian jalebi versus South African malva pudding. Which one is better? We're gonna start with the Indian jalebi. The crunch is so satisfying. It basically tastes like fried glucose, and then inside you can taste even more glucose. Fun fact, India is the only country in the world called India. Next up we have South African malva pudding. What's it? Oh, that's good. It came with some more thick custard, so let's just go all out. Be right back. I need my wife to try this. She said it was pretty good. My arteries are screaming in pain. Both of these desserts were delicious. So which one was better? South Africa wins, which means the score is now tied at 3-3. I can't believe this is gonna go down to the last round. Let's do this. Round 7. Indian gulab jamun versus South African cock sister. Which one is better? We're gonna start with the South African cock sister. Kinda smells like a churro. What's that? This cock sister is so sweet and juicy. I love my cock sisters. That was incredible. Next up we have Indian gulab jamun. Over the last 230 days, we've had more than 100 matches. We've tried more than 200 dishes from more than 90 countries. Dude, I've spent more than $10,000 on food. And it has all come down to this moment. I'm sorry, India, but I don't know if there's anything in the world that could beat a cock sister. India wins the 2025 Food World Cup, and they've done it with the best dessert to ever exist. Thank you so much for watching. Without all of your support, this wouldn't have been possible. And I'm so lucky that I got to discover so many amazing cuisines. And I strongly encourage you to go out, try them out for yourself. It's truly eye-opening. Trust me, it's so worth it. And please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, do all that. Or just drop a hate comment, call me biased. It all helps me. Now it's time for the 2026 Food World Cup. Just kidding, I'm done with this. Because my cholesterol has gone up 270% ever since I started this. No, I'm serious, I got tested. Which means starting now, I'm gonna eat healthy food. Or I'll try. And if I ever do a Food World Cup again, it's gonna be with chefs from each country. Or maybe I'll just travel to each country. But until I can do something spectacular like that, I'm done with this. Goodbye.